What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to be talking about the Marvel Legends Maximum series Deadpool. A little bit of a controversial figure. The whole Maximum line seems to be pretty controversial. So let's go ahead and get right on into it. Alrighty, so the big benefit of getting these Maximum Edition figures is the accessories are overload. And I'll be 100% honest with you, opening it up out of the package was kind of overwhelming. There was a lot of things that were included with this guy. As you see, Deadpool has a lot of pouches, a lot of holsters, a lot of things to hold, a lot of weapons. So, by law, you got to fill them up. So we're going to show off some of those accessories. And you guys know, if you're new to the channel, we start with the accessories, get into the figure, do a couple size comparisons, and then we are out of here. So, the first big accessory we'll talk about is Dupe. I'll be honest with you, I'm not a big comics guy. My love for Marvel really started with the Marvel Universe 3 3/4 inch figures. I would get them just because I knew the highlights of the guys, or like the big players, and then I'd buy other ones, or my parents would buy me other ones just because I loved the way they looked. Dupe, I'm not familiar with. I've heard he's part of the X-Men team. I know there was one that came with the Toy Biz Deadpool from way back in the day. So, if you're an X-Men guy, I hope you are happy about this, but this doesn't do much for me, but it is a cool little green dude, not gonna lie. It's a nice little green guy. Alrighty, so, with Deadpool, you're getting a lot of hands. So, as you see on the figure, it is trigger finger hands. He comes with 2 finger gun hands, which are actually pretty funny for Deadpool. I can see him whipping those out in the heat of battle and just getting annihilated. He has, it's a wild assortment. He has a thumbs up for his right hand. He has a peace sign for his left hand. It's kind of hard to keep them together sometimes. He has, let's see, 2 fisted hands here. Like I said, you're getting a lot with this guy. He has a right katana weapon holding hand. And then for the left one, I went ahead and threw another accessory in there. He has a stick of dynamite, which could just, oh man, it could get him in so much trouble, especially around these barrels. Dynamite is not a good thing to have around him. And then over here on the side, I also do have 3 blast effects, which go in a couple of the weapons that he came with. We all know what the blast effects look like from the Marvel Legends series and the G.I. Joe Classified. He comes with an AK-47, I believe is what this is. Looks really cool. I like this. Nice classic style gun. And this is just, you know, you put the blast effect in the end there and it seals the deal. Doesn't look bad. And then these other 2, I'm gonna be honest with you, I do not know what these are. I'm not that well versed in weaponry. Nice heavy duty gun here with a bullet, or a box for the bullets off to the side here. You guys know the deal. You see them going in there. No paint on the bullets, which is fine, I guess. But, yeah, this part here moves around a lot. Not quite sure. Like I said, I'm just not a big weapons guy. I know the main stuff. And then this bad boy right here, I'm going to be honest with you, it makes no sense to me. I don't know what this is. Naturally, this would be like a grenade launcher, but this could be something completely different. But like the blast effect also works in here. So I really and truly do not know what this is for. If you do know, let me know down in the comments below, because I am drawing a massive blank. Also, it is 4 minutes in and we are still into the accessories. That's how loaded down this bad boy is. He comes with the head that you see there. He comes with a semi-unmasked head. It would have been nice to have a fully unmasked head, but it is what it is. Nice paint work on the skin. Could have been a little better. Actually, could have been a lot better, to be honest with you. It's fine. It's fine. He also comes with a chimichanga with a little logo on there. It's gonna be hard to see on camera. It says El Guero Taqueria. So, sure. It's always nice. You could use this in other, you guys know I do wrestling content mainly. Like, you could use this in a backstage setting. A lot of things you could use for that. But as you see, he has a lot of empty pouches, so it's time to start filling those bad boys up on Deadpool. Of course, he does come with a nice dagger, which he's going to keep. All the ones I'm about to show you, he can keep on the figure, so, or on his body. So, take this dagger, put it right down in the boot there. Then for the next two, he has his katanas, which are not your typical katanas, I feel like. I like the sculpting down here, I'm not gonna lie. I do like that, but they look a little different than I expected. But of course, you spin them around, and those can go right in the back. I'm struggling getting that in, even though it's not the figure's fault, it's my fault. So he can hold both of those. And then the last two accessories, after all this time, he comes with his pistols. Now, I would prefer these to be gold eagles, or at least have one deagle, or desert eagle, but that's just not the case here. But he can put one right here on the belt, and the other one on the leg. So this dude has 5 weapons on him at one time, and there's no telling what he'd do with his fists and hands. And he's got a bad attitude. So this is a guy you definitely want to stay away from in the heat of combat. I will be honest. I would not mess with him at all. But this is the Maximum Edition, so let's go ahead and talk about the articulation. He has the butterfly joint, but whenever I extend mine, I feel like it's going to pop off here at the bicep. It's a little hard to see on camera. If I keep pushing that, that's going to pop off. That is unfortunate. He can reach all the way back. I don't know if mine's just not on there well. Like, great range of motion, but if I got to worry about bending it forward, that's going to suck. Double jointed arms, great use there. Before we get down to the... See? And I'm trying to push it in, and it feels like it's going to freaking break. It really does feel like it's going to break. That is unfortunate. The head and neck, he has decent articulation here. He can lean... Well, hold on. He can lean back that far. He can look almost straight down. As far as the ab crunch, I do love these ab crunches. It's just a big upgrade from what we used to have. He can get all the way around, which is really good with the belt and the harness for the katana and like everything. Decent articulation there. The legs, he can kick up pretty high on this right side where he's like loaded down with holsters and pouches and everything. He can kick up pretty high. This left side, obviously, it's gonna be a little bit better. The belt still gets in the way, but I think that belt is floating, so you can... Okay, is it floating? It feels like it's getting stuck here in the back, but he can kick up just a little bit higher, you know. Kind of throwback to when that one Deadpool figure was packaged in the box like this where he was kicking. That was pretty cool. As far as the double jointed legs, he can get great range of motion there. How far back can he kick? He can kick all the way up to his katanas. Let's go ahead and see how it is on this other leg here. And yeah, same thing there. That looks good. The boots, mine, I don't know. The boots, you got the boot swivel obviously, but the ankle pivot, I'm not liking. The more I get ankle pivot, the less I like it, because some of them just do not hold up. If you go watch some of my recent WWE videos, they just started the ankle pivot this year, and I don't like it that much. But it's decent here, but the toe joint is really loose. Not on this foot. That's a serious toe joint too. Not on this foot, but on this foot here. It's just, it's way too loose. And it's kind of hard to get them to stand when that one point of articulation is so loose. Other than that though, the figure is actually really good. I don't have any other Marvel Legends on my desk except for I have the Gamerverse Psylocke here, which I don't think I've ever shown off in a video. It's the Gamerverse Psylocke. So we got two people from the X-Men universe. I like that size comparison. I'm not going to be using her for a Marvel vs. Capcom display, so I don't know. I think those two look really good together. I don't know how much history they have together, but I do know they're from the same overall like umbrella team, so that is fine. And then the only other Marvel related thing I have on my desk here is I have a Rey Mysterio customized to look like the Scarlet Spider, but obviously the WWE Elite scale and Marvel Legends 6-inch scale are two different things, but I do like the Deadpool. It's just a little bit taller. I like this though. We've been spoiled with the movie Deadpool figures, so I'll probably, once I cut off the camera, go see how he looks with Colossus and stuff like that. But it's a solid figure. That left arm issue really bugs me. I don't know if that's just me or if that's like a thing that people are seeing with it. If it is, like, that really is unfortunate. But that is going to be it for today's review of the Maximum Series Deadpool figure from Marvel Legends Hasbro. As always, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and last but not least, take it easy.